Hello, and welcome back to Sunbeam Bedtime Tales' cozy corner of bedtime stories. Tonight's tale is called Samira and the Shadow Stairs. If you enjoy our stories, please like this video, leave a comment with your favorite part, and subscribe to join us on more adventures. Share this story with friends and family so everyone can drift off to sweet dreams. Now, get comfortable, close your eyes, and let's begin. Samira and the Shadow Stairs. Samira sat at her desk late one night as her lamp flickered on and off. The light wobbled and threw curious shapes across the wall, long lines that crawled and curled like quiet ribbons. Samira watched with wide eyes, feeling a gentle tickle of wonder in her belly. She whispered, "What are you doing?" and leaned forward for a closer look. In the half-light, the shadows shifted again. They reached downward, then spiraled upward behind her books and papers. Step by step, they grew clearer until Samira saw that the shapes formed stairs carved from dusk and soft light. Each step was made of shadow. The staircase wound up along the wall toward a dark fold where no door had ever been. Samira's heart beat softly with both excitement and courage. She knew she had to climb. Without hesitation, Samira slipped from her chair and stepped onto the first dark stair. The floor beneath her feet felt cool, but each higher step was warm. Like a gentle blanket of dusk wrapping around her, the shadows hugged her ankles like friendly arms. Up and up she climbed, feeling safe and curious. The stairs wound higher than her ceiling and into a place she could not name, yet she felt she belonged there. As she climbed, the lamp below flickered once more, and the stairs glowed in soft blues and grays. The air tasted like a whisper and smelled like old parchment. The higher she went, the quieter the world became until only the soft fold of her footsteps remained. Samira felt a gentle hum in the air, like a question waiting for an answer. She took a steady breath and carried on, knowing something magical waited at the top. At the top of the stairs, Samira found herself in a library suspended in hush. There were no walls she could see, just floating bookshelves lit by lanterns that glowed black-blue above her head. The shelves drifted like islands of stories, each holding dozens of floating books. No dust stirred in the gentle air. Only steady pages fluttering in silent breeze. Samira stepped between the glowing shelves, her shadow soft beneath her feet. The lantern's light felt comforting, like an evening hug. She reached out and touched a drifting book. Its pages fluttered like wings, stirring the quiet around her. Words on the page shimmered, then shaped themselves into tiny, dancing creatures of shadow. They twirled in the lantern glow, telling stories with graceful motions. Samira watched in awe. One book opened all by itself above Samira, its pages arching open like a wing. Letters drifted off the page, rising upward like drifting feathers. They formed shapes that danced along the ceiling, weaving silent legends in looping scripts. Samira gasped as her own name spelled out in swirls of shadow across the sky-high corner of the library. A librarian, cloaked in velvet dark as midnight, drifted forward on silent steps. Their eyes gleamed with starlight, and their cloak trailed soft tendrils of shadow. The librarian bowed gently and offered Samira a single loose page inked in glowing script. Samira took the page, feeling its warm hum under her fingertips. The words pulsed softly, telling a tale she had not yet lived, but somehow knew in every line. Her heart swelled with wonder. With the glowing page pressed to her chest, Samira turned and began to climb down. The floating shelves and lanterns faded behind her into hush. Each step felt steady and warm, as if the stairs had been made just for her journey. The page pulsed brighter with every footfall, guiding her path down the winding shadow stairway. When Samira reached her desk again, the lamp glowed gently, and the staircase vanished as quietly as it had appeared. She placed the page beside her inkwell, its glow mingling with the lamp's soft light. Her room looked just as before, except for the pulsing page and the promise of stories waiting to be remembered. That night, before drifting into sleep, Samira slid the glowing page under her pillow. It warmed her cheek and whispered possibilities as she closed her eyes. In her dreams, her shadow danced along the walls, stepping into hidden corners and unfolding silent chapters. She dreamed of libraries made of night and books that sang their stories without a single sound. The next morning, sunlight kissed Samira's face. Under her pillow lay a single word from the glowing page, now etched in her shadow. Remember. She smiled and tucked the paper into her journal. From that day on, every time Samira read her bedtime stories, her shadow would stretch across the walls, adding silent verses like it had been there all along, waiting to be discovered again. Good night, little explorers. May your dreams carry you along shadowed stairs and into stories only your heart can tell.